Hey, Lotus fam, it's your girl Uma B, and I'm here today in today's Love Talks with a very special guest, Mr. 6'6". Hi, Six. We got, oh, you gotta unmute.
Hey, how you doing? Sorry about that. I was all extra with it.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm glad to have you here for today's Love Talks. I have a
Mhm.
really great question, and I thought you would be the best person to ask because not only are you a love and dating coach, as myself, and a live streamer on a dating app, but you are also a single man out here actively dating. So, my question for today is it love bombing or is it wooing? So, a lot of women that I talk to, I do a lot of readings here on TikTok and YouTube, and a lot of women
Mhm.
like to say that, in the beginning, the guy is so loving, so caring, so attentive. He listens, he's on the phone a lot. And then the minute they get into a relationship, that stuff all goes away. So they're feeling like this is love bombing. This is the guy trying to trick us to get into a relationship. And once we're in a relationship, it's done. But I've been hearing in the men's circles a little bit of dissatisfaction with that. Can you weigh in and let me know what you think?
Um, so no, I don't think it's love bombing. Just and I guess I'm speaking from my experience from the men that I have as close friends. Um, no, it is the wooing. Because I think very rarely are men out here um tying themselves down, right? This is actually getting into a relationship. Now, there's active dating where you're out and you're seeking and you're hunting, as most men do. I would never knock a man for that. But when men actually choose a woman, I think in most cases, especially when he's infatuated with her, it's kind of hard for him to then stop doing what he's doing, right? Because what he's what he's feeling, right? It's the emotions. It's the when he thinks of her, how he feels that had him ever wanting to do it in the first place. And unless they're 10, 15 years into it, I think at that point maybe you have to do some rekindling, maybe you have to do some work as far as keeping it fresh, but early, especially in these situations where most women are speaking in the first 6 months to a year of a relationship, I don't understand how a man could turn it off so fast. That would be abrupt. In that case, I would say, in most cases, there's two sides to every story. So what did you do, to make him kind of, I'd like to hear his side at that point, because if he came with all this energy at first, the only reason it would stop would be because of you. So, or he couldn't maintain it. So, yeah.
And is it possible that that's just the early stages of dating, of courting? In the beginning, you're bringing all the flowers or the phone calls, the late night phone calls, and all the text messages. But then once you actually acquire what you're going after, that energy is not needed, but the energy shows up in different ways. Like I would like to think that yes, I was courted very heavily in a lot of relationships, and then once we got into a relationship, the courting stopped, but the love showed in different ways. How would a man show love to a woman in different ways?
I mean, I don't think I think it's almost like any job because, a relationship is work. Once you've made that commitment to each other, it's no different than both of you sitting down at an interview. And how many interviews did you have? Dates, i.e. So that being the case, once you've come to the understanding that we're going to be in a relationship, then at that point it does. It kind of tails off. It's me putting my best foot forward in the beginning to get you. That's the whole point. I'm showing you who I am. I'm showing you the best I got. But we also have to be logical, right? We have to be understanding, right? All of the things that I make exceptions for in the beginning to not lose you, to not lose to the competition, to show you and have the opportunity to show you who I am, those things aren't in most cases sustainable, right? I need you to understand I do have a 9 to 5, right? I do have other responsibilities. You may not be the priority when it comes to my kids, when it comes to my career, right? When it may even come to, elderly family members. So me making you a priority early in the relationship, that compromise, I think that's where women have to be understanding in the transition, because at some point we have to get to the stages of, okay, we're in a relationship, let's work out how we make this work long term. And most men who take the lead, they already have an idea of how they want to do that, but they're so caring in you being able to have a voice that they would never overshadow your voice. They want your opinion, they want your input. And then you guys, um, in cohesion, work towards those goals.
I love that. And I agree. I think like sometimes, I'm not saying all women, but I think some women have to start looking at the long term. And long term wise, the excess amount of affection and love and attention in the beginning is not sustainable for a long term relationship. So that makes me question, for some women who desire that all the time,
Right.
what's going on within inside you internally, that you need all that attention, or you need to have that man give you all that attention.
Mhm.
Because now my mind turns to, is there insecurity issues here? Is
I mean,
there
no,
fear here?
I wouldn't even say it's insecurity. It's just the nature of 2024 that we're living in today, right? When you scroll up, where do we want to start? You want to do Instagram? You want to do Facebook? Do people even have that anymore? Is that obsolete? Me saying Facebook is almost like saying MySpace nowadays, right? Your Snapchats, your streaming sites like your TTs and your um Meet Me's and other apps of that sort give people this false sense of attention. The key
Mm,
word in everything you just said is attention, right? There's no other place where, let's just take an extreme situation. Young lady made a bad decision in life, 17, 18, went into the system, came out of the system 35, right? And she's handed an iPhone 16, right? And she finds out about streamer, right? This woman never has to worry about attention. She can get all the attention she wants. She has the beauty, she has the look, she has the persona, she has the enthusiasm, she has the charisma. It's everything that everybody wants. So she, in her room, not even in the house, right? We can pinpoint her all the way down. Think about a satellite, how you look down and pinpoint a house. But to pinpoint it, not even from the house, but all the way through the living room, through the foyer, through the kitchen, up the steps to this small little room that she's closed off in. And she has hundreds of people, thousands of people watching. That attention, when you come down the steps, through the foyer, through the living room, out your, it will into reality. It will mess you up. Because you walk down the street and don't nobody see you.
right.
You go to the grocery store and you're not approached, you know. But when I go live, oh, Mr. Six.
And you know what's so funny? It's just the Mr. Six comment he made, when I put up this video. I used his real name because we're not on the app, and I
Right.
want to start getting people to know him. He's my co-host on the app for several shows, but I decided just this morning, on the app you're Mr. Six.
Right.
Outside of the app, you're Chris, because you need to be known by your name. You need your
I love it.
accolades.
I love it.
And so is this another way? Because we've always heard people talk about social media is ruining relationships. Is this another way that social media is ruining relationships, giving women this inflated sense of ego? And now when they get into regular relationships with regular guys, they need to like have these men give them so much attention, which is not possible. And if they don't feel they're getting the attention, they inaccurately feel the guy's not interested, because that's what I hear a lot from women. He was so interested in the beginning, but then he just started to drop off. And I would ask them, I would say, were you badgering him for more attention? Well, yeah, he used to call me all the time and we would be on the phone 8 hours a day, but now he only calls me and we're only on the phone for an hour. And how long have you guys been talking? We've been talking 6 months. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what else could he possibly have to talk about with you for 8 hours a day? He found it all out in those first couple of months. So, is this another way that social media is ruining relationships?
Not necessarily. I'll say in that scenario, it's more of people are getting, well, I guess so, because it correlates. People are online and they're finding themselves not able to talk to Adam down the street, right? Um, Adam down the street, she can meet at the local Publix. Adam down the street, she can meet at the local dog park. Adam down the street, she can meet dropping off her kids at the school. Okay. Um, Justin on the app is 3 states over, right? So guess what? With Adam down the street, she gets the physical, she gets the feelings, she gets the attractions, the infatuation. She sees this guy, he's hot, she's hot. They like each other. Oh my God, they can touch each other, they can hold hands, they can lock arms, they can have a first kiss. Oh my God, like on the Sims game, they did the woohoo. Okay. It's close access. Now, this is bad in some situations because it's how fast they're moving. It's the access that's just there. It's you right down the street. I can get to you, so I gotta touch you, right? Then you have the idea of long distance relationships. It's whatever I said his name was, James down the street. I mean, 3 states over, right?
Right.
James 3 states over. It's awesome. Why? Because unlike Adam, where you guys did a lot of the physical, with James, there was so much talking. I'm sitting on the phone and it's just, oh my God, James. Yes, I love the sound of your voice. You're so right. Right? It's all those things that a man will play to on your heartstrings, right? It's everything that a man will do to well, you're still I'm sorry. It's everything that you're it's everything that a man will do to kind of pull on your heartstrings in the beginning. And then you just listen, it's I tell people all the time, you have to kind of keep the logic within the emotion, because you allowing yourself to get too caught up in the emotion of things will allow you to be to make bad decisions, right? There's no logic in it. So when you're sitting on the phone having these conversations, you haven't met, you don't know how they live. You don't have a real clear understanding, because like this guy that you met down the street that made you like him so fast, oh, his house is so clean. Oh, his car. Oh, I rode past his job. He told me he worked there and I saw his car outside, girl, chick. Right? It's all those things. You can't do that with James. So although everything over the phone sounds good, right? I think women are expecting where Adam, you can pull up. Adam doesn't have to text you at all. He can just come and meet you somewhere. He can just come home, right? He can just come see you. He's gotten comfortable. You gave him a key. James has to keep up the constant only thing he has, which is the over the phone communication. And whenever that dies down from them 3 hours he was giving you every night in the first week, 2, 3, 4, 12, right? Now it's, oh, he's switching up. Wait, like how long do you expect a man to talk to you for that long on the phone? Every day? Because that's all you have. You don't have the physical. You don't have the meet me at the dog park. You don't have the I'll see you dropping off the kids. You have none of that. So it leaves a void. You have the communication, but you really don't have the feelings and the certification of he's mine.
So this is a very interesting take on it. I think women have to be aware of what we're trying to say here is that not every guy is out here to kind of get you and deceive you with the love bombing. Sometimes it might be a simple, good old fashioned case of, a guy meets a girl, he's interested in a girl, he's going to do what he can to get her attention. And once he's secured that attention, he can relax into the relationship. So before we end this broadcast, I have to play devil's advocate and ask you, what is on the flip side that women can look for? How can we tell the deceivers, the ones who are actually love bombing, not with the intent to have a connection with you, but with an actual intent to deceive?
asks for absolutely nothing. Require absolutely nothing.
Oh, if the guy asks for absolutely nothing.
No, 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 no. You as the woman, if I am woman and you are man, Uma,
Okay.
I am dainty. Hello, what do you want?
Oh,
Okay, right.
I want your
I'm
credit
going
card.
back, right? I want you, and see, that's no, I don't.
Oh,
I don't want anything. I'm playing everything to the left. I want to see as a man, with me being so non-wanting, so non-requiring, what do you have in store for me yourself? I don't want you to do what I want you to do. I want you to do what you want to do for me. So
I'm
it
so
puts you,
confused right now.
okay.
Wait, is this the love bomber or is this the gentleman? Which is
This
guys?
so when as a woman, when you're looking for a man, you
Right.
should not be the love bombing is coming from the guy who's coming in telling you everything he can do, will do, should do, gonna do. He's asking what do you like, what you're looking for, these questions that you know are traps, right?
Oh,
So the man who is genuinely infatuated with you ain't asking you none of that. He
okay.
has his own feelings. These are the men who are creative. These are the men who go out of their way, but because of you, your name is specific to whatever he did. It's your colors, it's your likes, it's your favorite food. It's all the stuff you told him in them first few hundred, 2, 3, 4, 5 long ass conversations that he then took and he went and did what he was supposed to do without you asking. So stop asking. Tell him who you are. Tell him what you like. Do not tell him what you want. Let him do the work when it comes to giving you what he thinks you want. Why? Because for one, it's going to show you his level of care. Two, it's going to show you his creativity. Because
Okay.
a man that can go to the dollar store and spend $50 and give you an experience that looks like $1,000 experience is crazy. Okay, so you have to take all this into account, but the only way you do so is by being very detailed. You can't be wrapped up in emotions, but you have to tell him who you are, tell him what you like, do not tell him what you want. Because as soon as you start telling him what you want, he's going to give you everything that you want. And like the energy that you're speaking about in this topic, when he's checking off all your boxes and giving you everything you wanted, what else do you want him to do?
Okay, listen. I
So
have
this is
an actual example to back this up, guys. Chris is speaking truth right now because let me tell you, okay, so my man, we met on a dating app and he's a streamer, I'm a streamer, and I met him in his stream. He was streaming before me, and he likes to just play music and chat with people and have a good time. And we connected over music because we have similar music tastes. And over talking, he learned certain songs, like my song from my child. Like he learned just not from him asking me, but just in conversation. He learned the very first song I ever danced to, my favorite all-time song, and a few other of my favorite songs. So when I hit a big milestone on the app, it's customary to throw a party when you hit a big milestone on the app. And then it's customary for somebody to DJ your party or play music. So he offered to, this was very, very early on in our relationship. We were brand new, and he was like, "Hey, I could play the music for you. I'm not a DJ, but I know good music." I was like, "Okay, cool." Do you know he custom curated that playlist to every single thing I told him over the months? And it was about 3 months at that time of us hanging out. He custom curated it and played the song I danced to when I was like literally a 1 year old. My favorite song all time, all my favorite songs, and then he threw in some new stuff that would kind of like be interesting to me. And I thought that was so cool. So I get your point. That was really cool.
it's a man taking a liking. Back in the day, so for me, right, the way I was taught as a man, when I find that woman that again, like I've said in my stream, that gives me that wow, right? That's the one that's going to make me do things I have never done, right? That's the one where all that extra stuff. No, I'm not gonna play with her. I can't lose her. I can't let her think I'm lying. Nah, man. Nah, I'm just gonna be me. Okay, we're going in this game. Like this is the woman I'm standing in the freaking mirror having talks with self about, right? Isn't this the same stuff women do? Yeah, yeah, girl, you are not giving him none tonight. Okay, like right.
Yes,
So
you do.
so it's the same thing for men. This is what we do. It's I can't mess up with it. All right, come on, man. You're looking good, man. You smell all right. And then I'm on point. I'm overly cautious. I'm overly caring. You are fragile. That you don't touch doors. I want to make sure you make it down those steps. I guide you. You have an elbow all night. It's just certain things in the way this man cares for you that it has nothing to do with him. You know it's not about him because he cares so much about you. When you hear a man talking about himself all night, when a dude walk through a door and damn near leave you behind him, or you walk up to a door and before you can get there, he ain't even reached out for it. When you stop to pump gas and you tell him you need gas, did he offer gas? Is he even caring of whether or not you get? Does he care about you getting home safely? It's just a care a man has for you that will let you know that man want me. And he know he ain't getting no ass no time soon, and he still wants me. When you have that feeling, keep what's precious to you precious to you. Because a man that wants you so bad, he gonna talk about everything he want to do for you and with you, and your booty ain't gonna never come up. Now you know he want it. Don't get twisted. Don't get it wrong. You
They
know
do,
he wants it.
but they're not gonna make
But
it known to you.
he's so respectful of you.
That's so
He's
true.
so caring. It'll never come up.
I love this. Thank you so much, Chris. What is your YouTube channel that people can follow, like, subscribe to?
Um, so I am working on my YouTube. I do have one a page just to be able to call off the actual name of it, though I wasn't able to attach it. So I will get it set up for the next one, and I will have it down there where my IG is today. But if you want to tap in, you can tap in on IG. I do have some projects, some stuff I'm working on. I'm trying to make it to TV, man. I want to be America's next TV dad. But in the meantime, I'm so thankful to Uma for allowing me to come on platforms like this and help her. With topics and conversation. This is dope.
Appreciate you, Six. Thank you guys so much for showing up, and let us know in the comments. Do you like the love talks? And if you like the love talks, let us know and we will definitely do some more. Thanks, Six. I'll see you on the flip side.
Most definitely.